Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode. This is Dino. Thanks for joining me. Um, so you'll notice I'm back at our base. I went ahead and just ran back east since we were primarily traveling west and got back to base. No big deals there. Um, and then I started on quite a number of things. You'll notice some changes over there, which I'll go into here in a moment. But yeah, just got back to base, just kind of cleaned up my inventory, put stuff away, and then started looking back into some of the Pump Plus requirements. And I guess I should mention, and I apologize for derping out, I think it was 2 episodes again, and I had wanted to mention it in the last episode and just forgot. But yeah, I totally derped out on the recipe for Pump Plus. Really, I'm sure many of you probably caught that, and I apologize for that. But yeah, if you look at the recipe for Pump Plus, I was thinking that it wasn't being shown properly in NEI, which does happen sometimes. But I clicked on the bottom arrow instead of the top arrow. So if you click on the top arrow, it shows you that, within the Workbench Plus, exactly what's required to craft our Pump Plus. So I should have known that. I guess I was a little distracted or flustered or whatever, and just kind of didn't. So anyways, definitely derped out there, and I'm sorry about that. But anyway, so yeah, it's not super expensive. You just need some iron, redstone, glass, cactus, and gold ingots. For a lot of folks, cactus may be a bit of a problem, but we had our cactus farm and have had it for a while, so we've got plenty of cactus. What is kind of the kicker, though, is glass. We need 512 pieces of glass. So, wow, that's a lot of glass, and it's going to take quite a long time. So, anticipated that, and in preparation for that, I got started, and oh my God, as you're probably familiar and aware, one thing just leads to another in Minecraft, and what should be a fairly simple exercise like smelting sand into glass can turn into a fairly good-sized project. And that's exactly what happened here. So that's why we have so many changes over here. So let me go ahead and explain why. So, wanted to, we don't have a lot of furnaces. We really don't have a furnace room or anything optimized for smelting using furnaces. We only have, really, the only furnace we have, I crafted another one and put one there, but the only furnaces we really have had is this guy over here, which is a pretty effective furnace in that it doesn't consume materials like coal and stuff, like you get in your traditional furnaces here. Oh, I guess I did have these here too, but I hardly ever use them, again, because they consume coal. Whereas this one, it just uses the heat from lava back there to smelt stuff. So I was using this guy, and then realizing that it's so slow, I started using some of these other ones, crafted another one over here in our energy warehouse, and started using some coal to do that because it was just going to take so long. So I was just kind of running back and forth a lot, and I realized, we really need to set up better furnaces. So the one that I'm most familiar with, and there may be more efficient ones, and if there are, please let me know. If you have experience using really efficient furnaces or furnace configurations, please, leave those in the comment section below, because I'd like to know maybe how to do this a bit better. But again, in my prior experiences in my single player worlds, I was primarily using electric furnaces, and those weren't too bad. So what I wanted to do was I wanted to go ahead and craft some electric furnaces and set those up. And remember a moment ago I was saying how things started kind of snowball out of control? Well, that's sort of what happened here, right? Wanted to create electric furnaces. Well, with electric furnaces you need EU power, and we don't have EU power. We have RJ power, or RF power. So great, so I need EU power. What's the best way to do that? Well, I can produce EU power using geothermal generators and storing that energy in an MFE or MFSU or whatever. And that's what I've done in the past. Or I could use power converters, because we have the power converters mod installed, and that would allow me to convert from RF directly into EU and then store that maybe in an MFE. So a couple of different ways to do this, and I went ahead and decided to go ahead and just set up some geothermal generators, because we have lots and lots of lava right? I mean, we almost have a limitless supply of lava from the nether. And that was a fairly quick way to do this. May wind up using power converters in the future if we need more EU power, but that was, so we do have both of those options. We may use both. Right now I'm just basically using geothermal generators right there. So what I did was I put our turtle to work again and built out this room back here right underneath our lava tank, and decided to kind of make this our EU production room. And I went ahead and just put 4 geothermal generators right here, because we had these coming down, and then our magmatic dynamos were creating RF power that's getting stored in our capacitor banks. So it's real simple just to connect these guys to those same lines, and that's exactly what I did here. So we've got 4 of these guys, and then I have gold cables, insulated gold cables, then going into an MFE, which stores 4 million and outputs 512 EU per tick. So that's good. I guess I could have done an MFS or MFSU. It would be a little more expensive. I believe I have the materials, but to be honest, I was getting tired of crafting so much stuff, and it would have taken a number of more steps to craft that. So I just decided, we'll just stick to an MFE for now. Run those cables down to an MV transformer, because we have medium voltage coming out, and most of our machines over here are low voltage, 128 or 32 EU per tick. So got copper cables going into those guys. I needed to craft a macerator, a compressor, and metal formers to basically craft the MFE and our geothermal generators. We needed the macerator in order to create diamond dust. I needed the compressor for something as well, can't quite remember now. And then I needed the metal former for the tin storage device of some type. So yeah, so I needed those. Once I got one of these crafted, then I just placed those guys down to it and crafted the rest of the materials until I could put them kind of in their semi-final place, which is what you're looking at here. And then I put our electric furnaces over here in the corner. So we do have our electric furnaces now. They don't have any upgrades in them just yet, but this was a ton of work, guys. I mean, and I'm sure you're aware of that, because it just needs capacitors and storage things and just so much stuff, which is okay, but it just is very time consuming. This probably took me to empty out this room and craft all this, these machines and stuff like that. I'd say probably close to 3 hours to get all this stuff done. Just a lot of running back and forth and grabbing materials and multi-step crafting processes and stuff required. So yeah, so this is what we got. And we'll clean it up. I haven't obviously finished the room. We'll finish the floors and walls and all that kind of good stuff, and put some facades or cover plates over some of these spaces and just make it look a little nicer. But right now I just wanted to kind of get it functional so we can get to that next step, because I keep talking about crafting our Pump Plus now, and just getting our Quarry Plus going for quite a number of episodes now. So yeah, so we just have, let's see, I've done a lot of glass already. Like I said, while I was doing all that crafting, I had those slow furnaces going, and we have 478 glass. We need 512. I have 64 in my inventory, so let's go ahead and go over there and get those going. Finish this step up, and get each of these going with 16, I suppose. Yeah, these machines can get kind of noisy, especially when these guys are going, as you can see. So every time it's consuming power, it's producing power to keep this guy full, and it makes that noise kind of annoying. So I might have to put a muffler, or I forget what the name of the block is, but there's kind of a muffler block that you can craft. Maybe put it in here in the corner, and that kind of will deaden sound in that space and keep that annoying noise to a minimum. So got that going. Let's see, what was that recipe again? We need, what do we need? We needed, so we need 80 cactus and 16 gold. how much? 48 iron, we have enough of that. 64, so okay, so there's the 48 iron, 64 of that. Let's go ahead and grab the glass. We need 512 of those. That's a lot of glass. Let's just take it all. And then we needed cactus and we needed gold, 16 gold, right? Okay, so I think that's now everything once I pick up the rest of that glass. And we needed 80. Or 80. Okay, so let's see, we just need, how many stacks of 64 is that? So we need 8 stacks. And we've got 5, 6, 7, so we just need 34 more. All right, excellent. Well, that was, like I said, a bit of work, but it's going to be well worth it. Oops. All right, we'll just put this extra away and go ahead and get this guy crafting. Okay, that, I don't, do those stack? Oh, they do stack. Okay. That's kind of cool. Can I right click? Yep, we're gonna right click. That's even better. And voila. And Pump Plus. Awesome. All right, there we go. Excellent, excellent. So that'll get us our Pump Plus, and like I said, that will take care of the liquids that tend to create a big freaking mess in our quarries. So that's going to be nice. So with our Quarry Plus, our Pump Plus, and we crafted our enchant mover as well, right, to go ahead and put fortune and efficiency on our Quarry Plus, which is over here, as you can see. So we are really set. We are good to go. You also notice I did empty this space out, right? There's really nothing going on over here. We would just kind of come back here to see the other side of our RF energy system. But with this kind of stuff over here now, I thought it would be a good idea to clear this out. And again, we got a little bit of cleanup to do in here. I did start, as you can see, but that'll be nice. And that way, if we need to move, add more to our RF system, which we probably will, right? We have our open workspace here. So very good. And let's see what else. I think that's really about it. Obviously, I'm going to have to create some more facades to put up there, and also right here. I haven't done so yet because, right, I don't really know what we're going to use to finish up this room. But once we decide, then we can kind of clean it up a bit. I'm also a little nervous with the iron tank just being exposed like this, because if I get a little ambitious and get a little crazy, I might accidentally punch a hole in there, and that would really suck because that is full of lava. And when you open up the multi-block, it will disappear, and all that lava will just go away. So that makes me a little nervous. So we might actually want to put one block in the ceiling to kind of prevent that kind of an accident from happening. So thinking about that. And I think that's really about it. I don't think we did anything else over here. Nope. It is interesting. I thought with the sag mill I'd be able to crush down diamonds into diamond dust, but no, it doesn't work there. You have to have a macerator, as far as I can tell. So that was kind of a new discovery on my part. Okay, so how are we doing over here? It's going, it's going. So why don't we, let's see, why don't we go ahead and craft something else called a refinery. I believe it's called a refinery. Let's take a look. So I recently discovered the Practicalities mod. It's a really sweet mod as well. Um, it adds a lot of cool new functionalities. Not a lot, but a few. But they are very, very useful, i.e. Practical, which is the name of the mod, Practicalities. And so I've known about it for a little while, but I've not done anything with it. And I just came across one of its functionalities called a refinery. And it looks to be pretty simple to craft. And so let's go ahead and grab one. But I believe, well, and I don't know what power it takes. Let's just sit it down real quick and see what it takes, if it takes anything. Yeah, it looks like it does. I'm not sure what, but probably probably RF. Seems like everything's kind of going to RF lately. Okay, I'm back. Me bad. So it doesn't require any power at all. It's just like a furnace, I guess. I think it just takes coal. So that didn't even dawn on me. I don't know why. Yeah, I'm embarrassed. So what else is new? Okay, let's go set this guy down over here and just check it out real quick. Um, put some fuel in there. I guess it's just because I've been working so hard to get away from having to use coal for smelting things and stuff that it just didn't even dawn on me that um, it required coal. So again, I believe you can put, like, you can see this damaged golden leggings, and you can put it in the refinery, and I guess we get a gold ingot back or something. I'm not sure. Based on maybe the remaining durability, because these would normally take like 6 or 7. I get iron back from, weren't those gold leggings? Those are gold. Why would I get iron back? Let's try that again. That seems kind of strange. I might need to send an email to the author and, well, that's gold. Oh, maybe it was iron before. Okay, maybe there is no problem. So over here, this is the chest, right, where we grab our item drops from our zombie farm. And I've just been throwing the, obviously they randomly drop stuff, like used armor. And I've just been kind of throwing them away in the trash can. But then when I came across this reference to the refinery and that you can do what I'm doing right now, it's like, wow, I should stop throwing that stuff away and just convert it to useful ingots, especially the gold. I mean, we can get iron fairly easy enough, right? But gold is always kind of a challenge to get, so, or have enough of. So this is just so sweet. I mean, really, this is so cool. So now we really can recycle a lot of our stuff in a more useful way. I think that's just so cool. So let's just go ahead and put these back. And I'm really glad we came across that mod, or that machine in that mod. I have every intentions of starting to use practicalities a bit more, because it's got some really nice higher level items that you can craft later in the game. It's got some early game items like this one, and I think there's another block that gives you a random chance of getting duplicate ores. So it's not specifically an ore doubling system like you can, taking your, like your macerator and stuff like that. But it does give you a 50% random chance of doubling. So it is an early game way of getting more than just the mined ores. and that's kind of cool. We obviously don't need it. We're a bit further in our game than that, but the refinery is really cool, especially with all of the drops we're getting from our zombie farm. Let's see. So, but also practicalities adds a really powerful sword that you can get later in the game. It's very expensive, so it is a later game item. And then additionally, it adds wither farm capability, which is really, really cool and really exciting. So I'm definitely going to want to look into that in the near future as well. We're not quite ready for it yet. I mean, we could use nether stars now, but we're not quite ready to go into the nether and take on some wither skeletons and get enough heads to try a wither. But we will hopefully soon. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Um, I think that's probably about all I kind of wanted to do in this particular episode. There are a few more things that I want to kind of get started on next. Um, now that we've got our Pump Plus, right? I'm going to want to go ahead and set up the Quarry Plus in our mining dimension. So definitely excited about that, and I'll do that off camera and then just show it to you, or I might just get it all ready to go and then finish it up with you in the next episode. Yeah, our quarry right now is done. It's not running right now. I have it turned off. In fact, it did give us some diamonds, and I've used some of them to craft. I think we had 22 diamonds, and I've used 12 of them, so we have 10 left. Crafting what we needed to get the EU system up and running. So yeah, so we'll definitely, so we don't have a whole lot of diamonds left for additional crafting. So we'll definitely want to get Quarry Plus going, and then of course with Fortune on there, whatever diamonds and coal and redstone and other items that you can take advantage of with Fortune on a pickaxe, we'll have that advantage with our Quarry Plus configuration. So awesome! I'm really looking forward to that. So we'll take care of that in the next episode as well. And then I'm thinking it might be kind of fun to look into RF Tools a bit. I have the RF Tools mod installed as well, and one of the things that it provides is the ability to craft some new dimensions, similar to Mistcraft in a way, but with a slightly different system behind it. I think, for example, what you have to do is when you craft a dimension, it's basically completely random, and then you have to find what are called dimlets, which are similar to like Mistcraft books that will provide custom functionality to the way you create diamonds or dimensions in the future. So when you want to customize and configure your dimensions to provide specific capabilities, you need to customize them. And to do so, again, similar to Mistcraft pages, you use these dimlets. And the only way to get these dimlets is to mine for them in the lower dimensions of these mines. And I believe those dimlets only exist in RF Tools created dimensions. So we need to get started on that in order to find dimlets and get more creative with the dimensions that we can create. So what's interesting about that is the first dimension you craft then, just to go in and be able to look for dimlets, is random. So we'll have no idea what we get until we go into that dimension. So that could be kind of interesting, scary, challenging, all kinds of adjectives I can think of for that. So yeah, so I think that might be kind of fun. So we might check into that next. And I'm also thinking too that with as much dimension work that we're doing, like with the enhanced portals and our mining dimension over there and RF Tools dimensions, we might want to think about creating a dimension room where all of our portals can be located. I think that might be kind of cool. And right now I've just kind of been expanding our warehouse a bit to put all of our machinery, but I don't necessarily, and I obviously did it over here as well with the enhanced portals, but I'm not really sure this is the best location for all these portals. So I'm thinking we might want to maybe create another building out here. I'm thinking, I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Oh, cool. See, we are getting fruit. Yeah, we've got room over here. We could maybe put a building right here. and make that a kind of a dimension room, building. Um, hmm. Yeah, that might be kind of cool. I'll have to give that some thought. And yeah, why don't you guys give it some thought too and let me know what you think? Um, we could go up another level in our warehouse, but that sort of then makes this warehouse a little more multifunctional. And while that's not a big deal, I'm thinking it would be better to have more dedicated functionality in each room, similar to, that's kind of our home base. That's where our bed is. And we used the basement for a while for other things, but we've now moved that functionality into our warehouse. We've got our blacksmith shop, we've got our stables, we've got our barn, we've got our railway station over here, which we still need to finish. So yeah, I'm thinking it probably makes sense to maybe create a dimension building or dimension room. I just don't know what that building might look like. So yeah, give it some thought. All right, well, okay, I'm starting to ramble a little bit. Let's quit here. And but definitely, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of that idea, or what if you have specific ideas of what that building might look like. Love to know what those are as well. So, thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this episode. We've actually done an awful lot, um, and really looking forward to the next episode. So, if you did like this episode, please consider giving it a like. I'd really appreciate it, and look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Thanks for joining me, everybody. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.